Although this is a normal process followed in homes, the slight difference is in the cautiousness to cleanliness and the packaging. All this under the supervision of Mrs. Nofisat Onobajo, who begins the process a bit earlier when she buys the fish as juvenile.
And when we get the fish at juveniles, we feed them for 3 months with school pens. We use school pens to feed our fish. We feed them for 3 months. And we feed them twice in a day, morning and evening. So when it gets to 3 months, we started local feeding with it to have it a good weight. If you use local food from the beginning, the fish will not grow well because of the nutrients in the imported feed. It's more nutritious than the local one. The local ones is a sinking feed. The white imported is floating. And for those smaller fish, it's better you started with floating so that they will grow in time. So we normally start with the floating to 3 months before we go into the local feeding. By then, they are matured enough to come up and get the food themselves.
After the cleaning, the fish goes into the oven where mild heat is applied. It is left there for about 4 days, after which it is packaged for supplies.
Coming up next, Sports Tonight.
At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that makes life interesting. To compete not only with players across the field, but across the world. It makes me feel joy when we win and sorrow when we lose. The action and reaction, colliding, falling, dropping, despite the odds. I love it because it brings me tears of victory, tears of joy. The skill that leads to the pass that leads to the shot that leads to the goal that determines the ultimate. Channel Sports, defining the moment of true sport.
Good evening and welcome. It's the Thursday night edition of Sports Tonight. It's a little package tonight, but first, let me tell you that you are in for an interesting time tonight because we have a lot to talk about, and I hope that time will permit us to look through everything that we have lined up for you. My name is Yemi Adebayo. Well, on the show tonight, we will be talking, as it's Thursday, we will be talking bar sports, we'll be talking about darts, we'll be talking about chess, and of course, we'll also, this lovely Thursday evening, be talking about boxing. Of course, there's a lot happening right now as we speak in the Europa League. A lot of things have happened, but it's good for the English teams. Tottenham are currently leading as we speak, but of course, Swansea pulled up the biggest, surprise of the day. They, went to Valencia, defeated them at home by 3 goals, and of course, they are on top of Group A in the Europa League. And of course, Wigan were able to pull a draw away. So it's good for the English teams in the Europa League. We'll talk about that and so many other things on Sports Tonight. We have, like I said, it's a loaded show. We have a couple of guests in the house tonight, and of course, we'll do justice to most of the things that we have lined up for you. But I'll start off the show alone tonight, and of course, we'll go on a break, and I'll bring in my guest for the show this lovely Thursday evening. Okay, so let me just start off by giving you some information tonight. Let's start off by talking about the Nigeria National League, which is going to start very soon, November 6th to be precise. And the organizers, of course, after a successful conclusion of the 2012-2013 football season, and they have decided that the new season will commence on November 6th. We've been told that a pre-season seminar will be held to be organized for club officials and stakeholders before the kickoff of the league, and I think that one is a good one. Okay, let's talk about another kind of football now, and that's beach soccer, the CBN. That's the second edition of the CBN beach soccer. Is currently going on, and of course a whole lot of teams are participating in that, and of course it's going to be between Friday and Sunday, and of course that's it on your screen. The second CBN Beach Soccer Challenge begins tomorrow, and all the teams that are participating are already putting finishing touches to their preparation. Let's give you the fixtures. What's going to go down tomorrow? It actually starts tomorrow. So let's look at the fixtures. A whole lot of interesting matchups being that we're going to see in the beach soccer. And I also think that it's a good one, having this kind of competition where, you can have... Okay, let me quickly go to what's going to happen tomorrow. You have Fidelity Strikers taking on Kaduna tomorrow. You have... ASO will be taking on Kogi Confluence. You have Nasara will be taking on Sterling Bank. And of course, you have FCT will take on Anambra. These matches will take place tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, okay? A whole lot of other matches will be played, but we'll get that to you as they happen, okay? Let's also... on the global scene now, but still talking beach soccer, let's talk about the FIFA 2013 Beach Soccer World Cup. The results for yesterday, Senegal defeated Ukraine 5-4. Brazil defeated Iran 4-1. Paraguay was a 10-6 victory over African representatives Cote d'Ivoire. And of course, Russia defeated Japan 4-1. Let's move away from the results. Let's quickly look at the fixtures, Thursday's fixtures. Of course, you would understand this competition is being held in Tahiti, and of course, the time difference is responsible. So even at this time, some of these matches have not been played. So Spain will take on United States of America. The host, Tahiti, will take on United Arab Emirates. Argentina will take on El Salvador. The Netherlands, the Orange Boys, will take on Solomon Islands. So these are some of the matches that will be played today. Well, it may not be today here in this part of the world, but of course it's still today. So that's the beats that we have for you on this segment. So we'll go on a break now. When we come back, I'll introduce my guest to you. We will be talking about boxing, what is happening to boxing in Nigeria, and of course we would also try to compare